Hi everybody, this is Czapnik from the Jewish Learning Exchange. I hope you and yours are well. Our prayers and heart ache for the loss of life, be it from Hamas, be it from Hezbollah, be it the Houthis, terrorists inside Israel. May Hashem protect the hostages and bring all the soldiers home and protect the Jewish people around the globe. This week's Torah portion is Parshat Balak. Balak is the story of the king of the Midianites, Balak, to the Moabites, who hires Bilam, a non-Jewish prophet. He figures, let me try defeating them through the use of the mouth, the tool the Jewish people use for prayer and for Torah study. I'll try to... And he hires Bilam to curse the Jewish people. Now, before we get into the parsha a little bit, I want to mention something our sages tell us. The sages tell us, derech eretz kodma l'Torah, that proper behavior and working on our character is a prerequisite and foundation for the power of Torah to really have a transformative effect upon us. The question is why? Why is derech eretz so important? So let's look at the parsha and we'll get an insight that could help us. Bilam went against the word of God. He told him not to go with Balak's messengers. And he asks again, and eventually gets quasi-permission to go, but only to bless them, but he hopes to trick God and curse them. Bilam was not a good guy. He himself was a sinner and encouraged other people to sin. He did not take the hints that his donkey was giving him, the donkey saw the angel with the sword blocking him, trying to get Bilam to stop. He didn't take the hints. And Bilam ultimately gives the idea that to try to defeat the Jewish people by bringing women into the camp, that the men should sin with the women, the Moabite women. And what do we say in Ethics of Our Fathers, in Pirkei Avos, in Chapters of Our Fathers, about Bilam and Avram, the contrast between the students of Avram and the students of Bilam? And what it says in Pirkei Avos is very telling. It says, if you want to be the student of Avram, then these are the three characteristics you should have. You should have an ayin tov, a good eye, to look at somebody else's successes and be happy for them for the good things that they have. You should have a humble spirit, not to be haughty. And you should have a modest soul, not to go after unnecessary luxuries. And the students of Bilam are the opposite. They have a bad eye. They're jealous of other people, an arrogant spirit, and greedy soul. Bilam wanted more money and more everything for himself. But what's interesting is the Mishnah focuses on the character traits when he did so many worse things. And the Mishnah teaches us how to be like Avram, to be his student, to develop a good eye, to try to learn to be happy for, the good that other people have, to be able to have be humble, have some modesty, and not to pursue luxuries that are unnecessary. And the Mishnah continues in Pirkei Avos to tell us in chapter 5 that that's when we can have both happiness in the physical world and great reward in the spiritual world in the world to come, as opposed to the followers of Bilam, the students of Bilam, that they don't have happiness either in this world or in the world to come. So this really answers our question. Derech eretz kodma l'Torah, proper behavior is foundational before the Torah can do what it does, is telling us that's the path to develop yourself, to be a holy person, to develop yourself, to have the power of Torah have an impact on us. Acting like Bilam students is a recipe for disaster on this world and, of course, in the world to come. Story told about a very wealthy non-Jewish man who invited many people to a huge banquet which had many delicacies. And Rav Dostoy, a great rabbi, was invited as well, the oral tradition tells us. And this rich man gets very upset and he says, "What's going on here? There aren't any soft-shelled nuts." And he has a fit and he throws the tables down and throws the food down and makes a royal mess of the beautiful meal that he had prepared. So Rabbi Dostoy asks him, "Why did you get so upset about just missing soft shells?" And the non-Jewish man tells him, "You believe in a world to come. You believe in a spiritual world where there's great reward there for doing the right thing and avoiding doing the wrong thing. I don't. I only believe in this world. And if things aren't perfect in this world, then what's the point of living?" So that's why I got so upset that there weren't soft-shelled nuts on the table. There's many other delicacies, but not enough, because I want it to be perfect in this world. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a choice. We can be the student of Avram or the student of Bilam. And it's worthwhile working on our character to create the foundation for Torah to have the magical impact and spiritual impact on us. Working on doing the right thing, not being unhappy when somebody else has something good, but being happy for them, and not being arrogant, and reducing our need for luxuries, while at the same time realizing that living that life will give us blessing both in this world and in the world to come. Have a wonderful Shabbos. All the best.